Oh, na na na, yeah. This is a freestyle coming from your brother. Dr. Stir, go bring back my brother. Oh, that's why Mr. Freedom. Oh, when it's time for banana to ride, nobody fit can stop it. Oh, when it's time for banana to ride, nobody fit can stop it. Freedom, yeah, freedom, don't get me wrong, leaders of Cameroon. He who live by sword shall die by the sword. Those are some principles no man can defraud. The land with a river flowing with honey. Colonizers take our every money. Ghetto youth them rise and it was not funny. We're losing our people every day because of freedom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this broadcast. I hope you can hear me now. We have had microphone issues here. I hope you are able to hear me now. So please give a feedback. Let me know that you can hear. You can get this message here. Again, give me your feedback. Let me know that you can get this audio. You get it right. Give me a feedback, please. And thanks for joining again this broadcast today. Once more, I am sorry I'm coming to you late. I have been trying to be here ever long, but we had microphone issues. But thanks for being patient, and please go ahead, do as usual. Let those who have been expected me to be here, let them know I am here live now. All right. So please go ahead and hit your share button. Invite others to join the broadcast. The moment we click 1,000 people, I will come to you with this presentation. So please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. If you want me to start speaking to you, go ahead and hit your share button. Let's get this platform populated as soon as we can, so that I feel bring you to read today. This is going to be very interesting. Coming to you to share with you on the state of our revolution. So please, you go ahead and hit your share button. Hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. Let's grow the numbers as quickly as possible. Let's grow the numbers as quickly as possible so that I can again come to you with the presentation proper. I have quite a long list of things that I shall be talking about today. So do me a favor, get out there, invite others, let them join, so that I can come to you with this presentation proper. I want to appreciate those of you who have been waiting for quite a while. I will be welcoming you soon. And what I'm going to do today is, after the presentation, I will give a few of you an opportunity to call in, ask any question that any reasonable question that you can in any area of the revolution or of the struggle or of your interim government. If I cannot answer any question, of course, I make it known to you. If I can, I will do my best to bring you the answers. So please, I'm waiting for you to populate this screen. 1,000 people, less than 800 to go. So do that, and let me welcome those who are joining right now. Give me a shout out there, please. Let me know that let me know that the audio coming to you is good. And for those on Ground Zero, we are not live on ABC on Ground Zero right now, but right after this broadcast, it will be on ABC on Ground Zero. So please, not to worry. But for you watching from the social media, all the platforms that you can find me on, go ahead and hit the share button, invite friends wherever that they may be, who want to understand or get updated on the state of our revolution. Please send out an invite to them. Share on groups, share on all the groups on Facebook, on the Twitter, and every social media platform on which you can share. Go ahead and do that. I see the numbers rising quickly now. Thank you very much. Now we have less than 700 to go before I bring you the presentation. So go ahead as you join, and as others join, remind them to hit the share button. Why you do that? Let me welcome you, and I like your comments too. When you join, let me know what you are thinking. Let me know what you are thinking, especially on a number of issues. Number one, the SDF endorsing MRC of Maurice Kamto. Number two, the rallies of Kamto in Europe, in French Cameroon. Let me know what you think about those rallies. And of course, we have had a spate of murders by French Cameroon soldiers in our territory within the past 2 days. I like to know what you are thinking about these issues, and while you leave them on your screen, I like you again to remind you, please do not forget, go ahead and you hit your share button. I see Manuel Yassa. He says IG for life. Thank you, Manuel. I see also Hysin Ngon Kuma. It says Operation AK campaign. That is why I am here tonight. Thank you. Basi Indi, watching from Dubai. Desmond Elliott, always here. Yes, I am learning that. I cannot confirm this while I was coming on live. I learned that Maurice Kamto has been arrested by his own country military. I'm referring to the military of French Cameroon, where it cannot... Guys, Paul Biya is a gift that keeps on giving. He is a gift that keeps on giving. We can't thank God enough for Paul Biya to be in the throne at this moment of a revolution. So we thank God for that arrest. We hope that we can take advantage of that, of what is going on in French Cameroon, and quickly snatch our territory from the fangs of French Cameroon. Please hit your share button. I'm coming to you, so I'm getting excited here. So please hit your share button. Wilson Nebafu, I see you. Say SDF and Cameroon, no event. Absolutely. I see Pascal Kiki. Pascal, you can be nicer, okay? You can be nicer, all right? I see Talbot Theodore. Thank you for joining, sir. No calling now. No calling now. I don't need a phone call, please. I am live right here, right now. Julius Ambe, we must bring La République du Cameroon down, he says. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. And I am going to talk to you just about that. I see also Felicia Oben, always here. Castrola Bisterano, always here. Patricia, always here. Always here. Julius Ambassador AKs is what we need. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I am coming to you today on what I call Operation One Man, One AK, or One Stick. Again, Operation One Man, One AK, One Stick. I hope the guys at Insalai Law Firm are listening to me and recording me. Let them know we will never, ever be intimidated as we prosecute this revolution. We did not call for war. They, their clients, Cameroon, French Cameroon, declared war on us. And so tonight, we're going to be talking about Operation AK. One man, one state, one AK. Please invite, click your share button. Let others join so I can bring you that information. Lizzie Faith, I see you. I see Akemda Cornelius Acha. I see Yes, he said ABC Ground Zero is giving a different program. You are right. I just mentioned here a few minutes ago that ABC Ground Zero will get this broadcast the moment I am out of here. So because of technical issues linking the satellite live, they will get it right after this broadcast. So please don't worry, you will have it on Ground Zero right after this. I see Tembi Eric say no turning back. La Republique is gone for good. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. I wish everybody has this determination. Hit your share button, please. Less than 500 people to go until I bring you the broadcast. Do your job and I do mine. Julius Ortiz, watching from Bonadicombo, my 4. Victoria, thank you for joining. Liz Generous, I see you. Amy Renee, I see you. Ellie, you can be nice too. You can learn from everybody on the platform. Just be nice for today, okay? I see Basi Indy. Say hello, Secretary Chris. We need to hold our public. I missed the other part. Thank you. I see also Scott. Hi, Chris, watching from Bachuntai village in Manfe. Welcome, sir. I hope you are safe. I see also Tai Noah Tembi. Say enough. It's enough. Yes, sir. Prosperity J, I always see you here. I see also Bebe Martin, Wilson, Injin Chingo, Songem Bebe. I see Jude Inquine. Say welcome, Secretary Chris. Oliver Asa, I see you, sir. Lukong and Slemo, watching from Dubai, UAE. Vive Valerian, I see you. Al Afu, I see you. Ladies and gentlemen, less than 500 to go. Go ahead and hit your share button. And remember, I am coming to you on the subject, Operation One Man, One AK, One Stick. I have something to tell you. All right? So please hit your share button. And I got quite a number of things. Let me see. I can take some announcement before I continue welcoming you. Those of you who are joining the platform. Let me see. Couple of things to mention before I bring you. Now, if you are just joining the platform, I just want to remind you of the court case that took place today in Nigeria, Abuja, Nigeria. If you can remember the court case involving our leaders, our abducted leaders from Nigeria to Cameroon. That case took place today. In fact, there was some level or degree of hearing. However, the case was adjourned for April. Of course, that is what the courts in Africa do. They adjourn and adjourn and adjourn, hoping that the victims suffer the most. So, nothing really interesting or much came out of that court today, other than there was a short time of hearings, but then it was adjourned. The case was adjourned for April. I have been hearing some news that our leaders have been moved from Kondenge in Cameroon, French Cameroon, back to Nigeria. That information is not true. Our leaders are still in Kondenge. All of them, the 10 of them. Of course, the other 39 are also there. There are others still in the underground basement of SET, the Gendarmerie Detention Center in Yaoundé, who are going through severe torture. We are told, the cries of these our brothers in SET, Yaoundé, can be heard even from the reception when they are being tortured in the basement, underground prison inside that dungeon in French Cameroon. So, again, our leaders, they are still in Yaoundé, they are still in French Cameroon. They have not been moved to Nigeria. The case in Nigeria took place again today. It was adjourned for April. So that is an important announcement I thought I should bring to you. Now, I also like to talk about schools resumption. Schools resumption. We have had queries upon queries upon queries from different Ambazonians who want to know why schools should not resume. Now, the position of this interim government on schools resumption remains the same. And our position is that until we can guarantee the safety of our children, the safety of our students, there is no way this interim government is going to come out to outrightly declare that parents send their children to school. Right now we are aware that lots of school campuses in our territory have become military camps. You go to Bafut, you go to Lebialem, you go to Mancom, you go to Momo, you go to Mezam. Several school campuses have been turned into military camps until La République du Cameroon withdraw all those military from school compounds. There is no way we can advise that any parent send a child to school, especially under those circumstances. So let the military leave. Let the French military leave their schools. Once they do that, and we can ensure that there is security on the ground, then, only then, shall we encourage parents to send their children to school. And by the way, there are whole counties that have been deserted. Mbengwe is one of those. In Mbengwe, we learn that the mayor, the senior divisional officer, is now trying to force traders to go out and open their shops on Christmas, on ghost town days or lockdown days. The DO for Momo is trying to behave now like Patrick Ekema, going around trying to force shop owners to get their shops to remain open on ghost towns days. That is how desperate, ladies and gentlemen, French Cameroon administrators have become in our territory. In Lebialem, there is neither a divisional officer, no mayor, no police, no gendarme, only the colonial military that is waiting for their Waterloo is left in Lebialem. Every La République du Cameroon administrative structure or institution has been shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about occupying our territory, county after county. We will do that in spite of the division that they are trying to set within us, in spite of the killings that they are killing, massacring our people on a daily basis. We will take Ambazonia county by county, local government by local government, until all of our territory, from the Mongo to Nkambe, Dogamantum, is under our control, militarily and politically, economically. Ladies and gentlemen, this will happen. Please go ahead, hit your share button. I have not started yet. I thought to bring you these important announcements. Now, let us remember also, we still have these SDOs, colonial officers, colonial senior divisional officers and district officers parading our territory. We have to make sure no single senior divisional officer is left in Ambazonia that is under the control of French Cameroon. We must make sure they all leave, including the governors. What Patrick Ekema is doing in the southern zone must be taken care of. Last week, Patrick Ekema confiscated people's businesses, taxis, shut their shops, sealed the doors, taking laws into his hands. If indeed the government that he serves was a law-abiding government, Patrick Ekema would not be going around and taking laws into his hands. Please, to our restoration forces, you have to take care and bring discipline to Patrick Ekema. It should not take any longer. Patrick Ekema must be taken care of. And another one who is betraying this revolution, exposing our boys for the kill, is the so-called, what do they call him, Njumegu Franklin. This is the guy that needs to be taken care of. He must not step foot or set foot on Ambazonia and live free. He should be under arrest by the restoration forces. These two guys, Patrick Ekema, Franklin Njome, and then all the senior divisional officers, all the governors, and every one institution that is left on our territory still being managed by French Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, every one of you on Ground Zero who is standing in the limelight defending Ambazonia, we must make sure these gentlemen, I'm sorry, they are not gentlemen, they are terrorists. We must make sure they leave Ambazonia. And to our restoration forces, let's make sure when we say we have a lockdown, a ghost town, though no governor office or colonial administrator's office is open in our territory, they must all obey ghost town in our territory. As far as they don't represent us, the mayor office must be shut down. The DO's office must be shut down. The governor's office must be shut down. Every ghost town day until they have made themselves, they have walked out of our territory. This is very important. Let's take note of this. We must make progress. We must make progress. Local government by local government, county by county, we must possess, take over each and every one of them. And we are making progress. We are making progress. Let's ensure we do so. Now, this one is very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, I am speaking directly to you, our restoration forces. We want to appreciate what you are doing on Ground Zero. We see you trying to get rid of the blacklegs amongst you. The kidnappers, the extortioners and the kidnappers who are giving you a bad name for the sacrifice and the good job that you are rendering on Ground Zero. We appreciate you for that. Please, do not spare any kidnapper on the ground. Do not spare any extortioner on the ground. Let's get rid of them so that our people can live in peace. I have said it again and again. This war is not against us. This war is for us. And never, never, never ever should our own people feel threatened in our own territory. They should feel protected when they see our restoration forces. They should feel secure when they see our own restoration forces. No one Ambazonian, old or young, should be running away from any restoration force on Ground Zero. So, I want to drive home this message to you. Our restoration forces, protect our people. That is why you are out there. Protect them. Fight for them. And when you spot out the blacklegs, the extorters, and the kidnappers, punish them with the severest punishment that you can. Show them no mercy, because they are the ones trying to derail this revolution. We've gotten to the point where we are not going to tolerate. Again, we are not going to tolerate anyone, man or woman, who betray us or betray this struggle. Even if that man or woman is a leader, we will not accept it. We will not tolerate it. Ladies and gentlemen, less than 200 people to go until I come to you with Operation One Man, One Stick. Hit your share button as I acknowledge those of you who are joining. Please hit your share button. Abomo Charles, thank you for joining, sir. I see my able undersecretary, Kukuda Blames. Say confirm, Secretary Chris. Thank you. Ate Free, I see you. Say they should Gary, or I missed that other word. Mafo Akafo, I see you. I see also Kennedy, a guy. He says no room for gambling. Thank you. Absolutely. I see Pascal Kiki. Thank you for joining. African King, I see you, sir. Indum Emilia. Thank you. I see Zeke Brown. Thank you for joining. He says the 7 kata of Bafut should I miss the other part. Jacob Sirius, a good day. How are you doing? I am doing excellent, comrade. I see also Ekombe Mbonji. Say, we love you, sir. Thank you very much. You make me excited when you say that. I see also Ashunkem Maxwell. Say, we have been waiting since 3 days ago, sir. I am so sorry. I kept promising to come to you, but I just couldn't because of circumstances I could not control. But right now, I am here to bring you all that you need to know about our revolution. So please, again, we have less than 200 people to go. If you have just joined, hit your share button. If you have just joined, hit your share button. I will not come to you with this presentation proper until you have populated this screen with at least 1,000 people. All right? And we are almost there anyway. So Tyken Judith, I see you. Epps As, I see you. Say county by county has buried scammers. That is powerful. I see Ipia Brian Inzale. Say Boya is surely but steadily. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. I see Njemo Lucas. Say great job, sir. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. I see Amber Lan Achakasara. Thank you for joining, sir. Hero Roberto. One man, one stick. I thank you. Tita Do, I see you. Songem Bebe. Julius Stephen says, more AKs. How do we do it, Chris? I am bringing you the secret, sir. Hit your share button, please. Don't delay this. I am fired up right now to speak to you. So Giovanni Roy, I see you, sir. Ben Che, I see you. Lavier Zedi, thank you for joining. Asong Inyo, I see you. It's a song from Victoria. Wonderful. Pascal Kiki, I think I mentioned you earlier. Henry Aminde, thank you for joining. Say, we will never give up. Absolutely. Mercy Good, I see you. Say, pray for our boys, please. Yes. Nothing stronger than prayer. Milagrosa Endong, I see you. We thank Field Marshal for his excellent job. We thank all of our fighters, all of our generals, all of our commanders on ground zero. They are doing a fabulous job. And of course, we remember those who have paid the ultimate price. We will never forget about them. And let's pray for them and pray for their families too. Goldie Sako, I see you, sir. So thank you for relentless efforts, Chris. Thank you too, sir. Rachel Manye, I see you. I see Ochuba Achundo. Thank you, sir. I see also Nkongnyui Safa. So we shall overcome. We absolutely shall overcome, Nkongnyui. TT, I see you. Say we need prayer for 7 kata of Bafut. Absolutely. Everybody, hashtag I am 7 kata right now. Please, everybody, every one of you, hashtag I am 7 kata. All right. Let's stand with them. Let's appreciate them. Please, I need these numbers to go up. I need these numbers to go up so I can come to you with this presentation proper. Lord Joshua, I see you. Please call Mark Barretta to book. Well, I don't know. You give him a ring and call him maybe to order. All right. So, hit your share button. Hit your share button. Please hit your share button. I'll be coming to you soon. The numbers are growing. The numbers are growing. AJ Taku is always here. Everybody again, hashtag 7kata. I am 7kata. Everybody hashtag I am 7kata. Let's stand with them. Let's empathize with them. Let's give them the courage and the motivation that they need, the morale that they need to face what they are facing right now with the bombings from French Cameroon. Now we realize French Cameroon is changing its tactics every day. Now they are hitting and running. We saw the videos coming out today where they are dressed in civilian attire. They are no longer wearing uniform. Our boys have to be very, very, very vigilant and careful and smart, because French Cameroon soldiers, they are now dressing like regular civilians and hiding themselves, carrying guns and killing our people. And one thing that I want our restoration forces to know is this. When you decree ghost towns, or when you know that ghost towns have been decreed for Monday, stay home and only go out when necessary. Because when you decree ghost towns and go out in your ragtag attire, what French Cameroon soldiers do is they also walk the street in ragtag attire so that everybody may think they are you and you think you are them. That is what happened exactly today, where a lot of our young men were slaughtered in cool blood by French Cameroon soldiers. And you could see the French Cameroon soldiers searching them, searching their dresses to remove money. I heard one of them said, look for money, whether there's money in that bag. They are not ashamed. They are not ashamed. So ladies and gentlemen, less than 50 people to go. Hit your share button. I got an important message to bring to you. And I want you to hear that, and I want everybody to hear that. I see also Nelly Bess. He said, no pity for black legs. Thank you. No pity at all. No pity for any black legs. This is a very, 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 very precarious, perilous moment in this struggle, and anyone that seeks to betray us, who is tracked, must pay for it. I listened to the audio conversation between Franklin Njome and one traitor. I don't know whatever his name is, but we all heard that audio. Young men among us on ground zero are trying to betray our restoration forces. When such people are picked up, they must pay for their betrayal. All right? Benche, I see you. Everybody remember, hashtag I am 7kata. Hashtag I am 7kata. We have hit the 1,000 number mark, and I have no reason to keep you waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to this platform. Welcome to ABC. And on Ground Zero, I want to welcome you. I know you are watching this right after the live presentation, but I want to say good evening to you and thanks for joining this broadcast today. I come to you with very important issues. Number one is the lockdown that was decreed beginning February the 5th through February the 14th. We want to encourage every Ambazonian on Ground Zero. There are things that we need to do to assert our authority, the authority of this interim government, the authority of the power of Ambazonians over Ground Zero. We have to increasingly let La République du Cameroun understand that we have control, that we have taken control of what goes on Ground Zero. We wish French Cameroon understand that when we say our territory is locked down, we mean it, and it is locked down. When we say no movement, we mean it, there is no movement. Now, this is very, very important. Patrick Ikema and the governor of both the northern zone and the southern zone and some of their colonial divisional officers are going around and intimidating people to open their shops and get taxis moving on the way, on the road during this lockdown. I want to join the voices, and on behalf of this interim government, I want them to know, I want these administrators to know, their offices must remain shut down within this 1 month. Within this 1 month. Please, I don't need a phone call, please. I don't need interruption, please. I don't need interruption. I don't need a phone call now. I'm live. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are being intimidated to go out during the lockdown period to have your shops open out of intimidation from Patrick Ikema, from Northern Zone Colonial Governor and the Southern Zone Colonial Governor, you will have yourself to blame. Our boys will be out there, and of course we now know the trick of French Cameroon soldiers, that when we decree a lockdown, a ghost town, they go out to the street and to rooftops and hide in civilian attire to shoot, to kill. Now, every restoration force on the ground should know this. This is a new tactic that is being employed by French Cameroon soldiers to kill innocent people that they find, or anything that they find moving on the ground during lockdown or on ghost town days. So every restoration force should be vigilant and smart. Do not move about anyhow when there is ghost town or lockdown, because French Cameroon soldiers are hiding in civilian attire, looking just like you, to kill you. This is very, very, very important for our restoration forces to take note. So, lockdown is coming up February the 5th through February the 14th. Remember, we are doing this because, in recognition of our leaders who shall be in court, French Cameroon military tribunal on February the 7th. So we are locking down every territory, every part of our territory, all of Ambazonia, beginning February the 5th, because of that court case on the 7th. Let's tell our leaders, let's tell the world that we stand with our leaders. Let's make our leaders in jail to know we still stand strong like one man for all of them. And so, February the 5th through the 7th, we are shutting down Ambazonia in honor of our leaders. Then, from the 7th to the 14th, we are also shutting down for the so-called 11 February. We don't need 11 February anymore. It has been banned. Again, it has been banned. I don't need to go explaining that, but we all know what I am talking about. So please, that is very important. National lockdown, February the 5th through the 14th. Start doing preparations now. Get enough food in your home. Get enough water, especially in your homes. Get enough bread in your homes. Please prepare yourself to go through those, I think, 9 days. 9 days. We can do it. We have done this before. We can do this. Some of you, this is the only way you sacrifice for this revolution. I encourage you to do so. Please go ahead, stock your homes and prepare for this lockdown. We have to do that. We have no choice. Mr. Bier has made it compulsory for us to do that. And one also thing that I wanted to bring to you is this so-called French Cameroon Football League. French Cameroon Football League can no longer take place in Ambazonia, in the southern Cameroons. That league is banned in Ambazonia. Any team, any football team or soccer team, whether in the northern zone or in the southern zone, trying to go out to participate in that football league will be doing so at their own risk. I hope some of these officials are listening to me. French Cameroon Football League, any sporting activity sponsored by them, is here today banned from taking place in our territory. In due season, in due time, Ambazonia shall have its own football league that shall recruit the right people to honor our national colors in our flag. So please, ladies and gentlemen, ground zero, nothing on ground zero like French Cameroon Fecafoot. It's a shameful thing that some Ambazonians, I don't really know whether to call them Ambazonians, I'm referring to people like Joshua Ossie, who would go running for positions in French Cameroon Fecafoot. People like Joshua Ossie, who would go marching, staging a protest to protest why African Football Confederation was banned, or Cup of Nations was banned from taking place in French Cameroon. It's a shame. It's a disgrace for some of these politicians. Ambazonians have been dying in their numbers. Joshua Ossie sat in parliament for years. He did not as much as stood up to support the Honorable Weber to stand up against the injustice of French Cameroon against Ambazonia. He has never ever raised his voice against the killings, against the burnings, against the torture, the arrests taking place in our territory. But Joshua Ossie has the effrontery to go out and accompany a protest protesting what? The banning of football competition in French Cameroon is disgraceful and despicable. Ladies and gentlemen, no French football league must ever, never, until we become our own nation, nothing organized in French Cameroon must take place in Ambazonia. That is very, very important. Let's spread this news. Let it go far. Now, other things I like to bring to you. I also want to talk a little bit about this SDF alliance with Maurice Kamto and also the French Cameroon rallies that took place all over the place over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the SDF came into place because of this Ambazonian struggle. And for over 26 years of existence, it's regrettable that up to this moment, the SDF has refused. The SDF has refused to identify with the suffering people of the southern Cameroons. When this revolution started, and Honorable Joshua and Honorable Weber came out in parliament swinging against what had become evident, the enslavement of Ambazonians. We thought the entire party, the SDF, would rally behind Honorable Weber to castigate what French Cameroon government was doing against our people. The SDF did not do that. Instead, Honorable Weber was persecuted in his own party, in the SDF. And up to today, up to this moment that I speak to you, Honorable Weber is a no welcome person inside of the SDF. The SDF has essentially abandoned from day number one the goal of that party. I will never forget. I will never ever forget. Standing on the Commercial Avenue about almost 30 years ago, in front of John Frundi's building that is at the Commercial Avenue, standing there with Albert Mokong. Albert Mokong stood in front of that building with me discussing some of these things. And he looked at that building, that Frundi's building on Commercial Avenue, and said to me, one day, Ambazonians will rise up and bring down this building. And I looked at Albert Mokong and asked him, why? Why do you think so? Albert Mokong almost wept. And he said to me, Frundi, John Frundi, derailed the vision of the SDF, which was crafted to save the Southern Cameroons for his own personal ambition to become president of French Cameroon. And I hope that Albert Mokong wasn't right. I hope that that building does not come down. But he was very prophetic. Over 26 years after the SDF has neither saved Cameroon nor has it saved Ambazonia. Instead, the SDF continued to drift away and away and away from the people. A few weeks ago, I think it was only 2 weeks ago or a week ago, the SDF came out swinging and telling Paul Biya they are not going for any elections until Mr. Biya has proffered some solution to the current conflict. Now you would think that the SDF was trying to identify with the cause that we all are fighting for. No, they were not. We have asked since September 22nd, 2017, we all asked the SDF to withdraw their parliamentarians and their senators from Yaoundé. Some of them pretended that they resigned. Remember Joseph Mbandam? He came out and said he has resigned from parliament. I called him personally and I spoke to him and he told me, listen, I have told you, you heard me right. I am not going back to Yaoundé. My people have said I should stay here. It wasn't up to 2 weeks. Mbandam left Batibo and said his house had been destroyed. You would think that Mbandam will leave Batibo, go and find a place in the city of Bamenda to take up residency. No, Mbandam did not. He found his way back to Yaoundé. And not only back to Yaoundé, he found his way back into that useless house, that despicable house, so-called parliament in Yaoundé. So the SDF has never, ever stood with us in this struggle. If they have ever had us in mind, September 22nd and October 1st, 2017, they would have been out, walking out of that parliament like Honorable Weber, and saying the people we represent no longer support our being here. Ladies and gentlemen, the SDF said they are not going for elections, not because they know if they go they will win. The SDF is inconsequential as far as Cameroon politics is concerned right now. Of course, we can all see the militants of Maurice Kamto on the street. Those are not SDF militants. SDF has nothing left. Should they go for any elections, they will not win anything. They are just merely grandstanding right now. Frundi is dead. He is inconsequential. So the idea that they will come out and say we are not going for elections because you need to solve this Ambazonian problem, they call it Anglophone problem. It is inconsequential to us. If the SDF wants us to know they are serious, withdraw your parliamentarians, withdraw your senators from Yaoundé. We will take you for once very, very seriously. And look at it. Instead of the SDF to withdraw their senators, withdraw their parliamentarians, come home and align with the Ambazonian cause, the SDF continue to align with the French Cameroon agenda. They came out, issued a statement. They are forming a coalition with Maurice Kamto MRC. To do what? To fight for us to remain slaves in French Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, do not consider the SDF parliamentarians and senators our citizens, our friends, our allies. Some of them will tell you they are there because they don't know what to do. They know what to do. They are not any better than those who are putting their lives, those young men, young women who are putting their lives on the line in Ambazonia defending this territory. They are not any better. If they think they support this cause, I challenge every SDF senator and parliamentarian, come home to your people and defend the territory. That is when we will recognize your support. And if Frundi thinks that we will leave him for a moment, he should call his parliamentarians and senators to come back to Ambazonia and defend Ambazonia. Until then, the SDF and its leadership will remain persona non grata in the territory called Ambazonia. Now, let me go back to, talk about one more thing before I take you to the main subject of this presentation today. I want to state it very, very clear that this interim government remains very, very, very open to negotiations. Right now we are at war. We are very much aware that every war ends on a negotiation table. And so we have heard of stories, narrations that the interim government is not ready to negotiate with anybody. That is absolutely false. That is absolutely not true. This interim government remains open to meaningful negotiations that will find a solution to this crisis. And so we want to encourage every one of us. We want to encourage every one of us to encourage dialogue. Mr. Biya has so far refused to call one. But we want those who are trying to mediate to know we are open to dialogue. In fact, the interim government has set up a committee called ACON. The reason why we set up that committee, which is a work in progress, headed by Professor Carson Anyangwe, the reason we set up that committee or commission is to come out with the views, a statement that best represents every Ambazonian in the event of any negotiations coming up. So listen, we are prepared to sit down on the table, but we are not going to sit down on the table until Mr. Biya has called off the war that he declared. Now let's take note of that. We are not laying down our arms. If anything, right now, we can only recruit more fighters. We can only buy more arms. We are not. If Mr. Biya and his stooges and cronies think that we are about to lay down our arms, he should remember they will have to kill to the last person standing before he will take over our territory. If anything, we need to recruit more young people, Ambazonians, who will defend the territory. And we are not only recruiting them, we have to put the right sticks into their hands. So we want Mr. Biya to know that until he calls off the war that he decreed, we are not laying down. We are not submitting. Ambazonia is not giving up. But we are open to negotiations. The moment Mr. Biya says the war is over, he must declare it. You call it, what did he call it? Disarmament committee or what? What is a disarmament committee without a call off of the war, sir? You are a joker. There is no disarmament, Mr. President, until you have officially called off the war you decreed at your airport in Yaoundé on November 30th, 2017, without which we will continue to grow our arms and grow our fighters. That's all that we know right now. So do not expect us to lay down our arms anytime soon. But we also want you to know that while we fight, we look forward to sitting on the table with you to negotiate the terms of our separation. That is the only moment we look forward to sitting down, we look forward to laying down our arms. Thank you very much. Now let me go into the main agenda. Let me go into the main agenda of this broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen the killings that have taken place in our territory within the past few days. The massacres in Moyoka, Ekona, in Bafut. Today it was, I think, the second time they used helicopters to throw bombs from the air to indiscriminately slaughter our people. We saw that in Bamenda today, yesterday. We saw that in Bansa, in Kumbo. In fact, it is becoming a daily massacre where our young men, some of them innocent people, are killed without mercy. What happened in Moyoka the other day was actually very, very disturbing. Young men carrying no weapons, having nothing on themselves. Their only crime was that they were in a soccer field, taking exercise, playing soccer, and they were all rounded up and shot to death by French Cameroon soldiers. We have seen these killings again and again. They kill our young men and then take them guns, place in their hands, place on their stomach, pull down their pants, get them naked, disrespecting the death with impunity. And they have no shame. This war has been going on for over a year now. Unfortunately, it's a war we never prepared for. And we never expected it. Our boys for the past 1 year have been fighting this war with den guns. For 1 year, the boys defending our territory have been fighting the war, a trained army with machine guns for 1 year with den guns. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, if we all are not ashamed of ourselves, then I don't know what else we should be thinking of ourselves. Since this war began, lots and lots of fundraising has been carried out. Sisiko went around from town to town, country to country, city to city, raising money. Acting President Dr. Sako has been going city to city, state to state. I have been to some of those places raising money. We initiated the project My Trip to Buea. We raised some money. But it is unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen, that of all of these initiatives, only a select few of Ambazonians who live in the diaspora, mainly in the United States and Europe, continuously sponsor this revolution. It is said that there are over 2 million Ambazonians that live in the diaspora. But out of the 2 million, it is hard, very, very, very hard to count 3,000. I mean, just 3,000, not 30,000, 3,000. I mean, there are statistics. The database is there. It is hard, very, very hard, to count up to 3,000 Ambazonians who have supported this war. The 3,000 I'm referring to, these are the ones that continuously give. In other words, when we ask for money, only the same people continue to give. But we hear questions like, what are they doing with the money they have received? Oh, they are talking about fundraising every day. What are they doing with the money? Why can't they change the damn guns? Why can't they give them enough peanuts? How can you even dare ask those questions when you are not one of those who are giving your best to support this revolution? 2 days ago, somebody called me from the state of Maryland and said to me, after seeing all the killings in Moyoka, and he said to me, I am tired of this. What are you going to do? What is the interim government going to do? For how long do we allow our boys die the way they are dying, the way they are being killed? For how long? He asks. And many people have made this kind of inquiries. But a question I like to ask a lot of you out there is, how much have you given? Ladies and gentlemen, how much? This is no time of pretense, and I will never shy away talking about money for this war. I will never ever shy away asking you to give your money for this war. 3,000 people are not going to give us victory for this war. They will get tired. What if every Ambazonian in the diaspora gave just $1? That is $2 million. Let us stop asking questions. Some people say, oh, the interim government has embezzled the money. The interim government is not embezzling a dime. Let's walk away from detractors. Let's avoid detractors and our enemies who do not want to see us win. Ladies and gentlemen, the interim government has not embezzled a dime. The acting president does not live on a salary. Nobody lives on a salary. Nobody bills are paid. We all sacrifice and we still pay our own bills. Let us support the war. Do not be deceived that money is going to some free. Some people said ABC took my money took all the money from designed for my trip to Buea. It will surprise you to know ABC came to being. We created ABC under $5,000. I'm just trying to be frank to every one of you out there. ABC was created, was established under $5,000. And that $5,000 did not come from my trip to Buea. So let us, if we want to see our boys defend themselves and not kill the way French Cameroon is killing them. Please, this is the moment. We must ignore every detractors and derailers to locate our local government areas and stand behind them and support them. Now, I've been listening to some activists, social media activists, with a campaign, one man, one stick. I want you to know that they did not originate that campaign. The reason why local by local or local government by local government, or call it county by county, was initiated was so that every fighter on ground zero through their local government or county can boast of a stick, a good stick, not the kind that they are using now, not the damn guns they are using today. County by county or local government by local government was formed for that purpose, so that at the county level, at the county level, the people of the county in that community can come together, raise that money, buy those sticks for each and every restoration fighter in that community. That is why local by local or local government by, or county by county was initiated. Now, the idea by misinformed social media activists that people should go out, come together, put some money in the pool and send it to some leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, not even Dr. Sako should be given a dime for any equipment that goes to ground zero. No leader, no dime should go to any leader. I'm sorry, I lost my microphone. Sorry about that. Again, no dime should go to any leader. Because most of these leaders cannot even account for what they have collected. Some leaders have been collecting money for self-defense ever since this war started. Ever before the war started. There are leaders who have been collecting, raising funds for self-defense. Where is the defense? Where are they fighting? Can they show us their battlegrounds? We have not seen it. And somebody is on social media suggesting that we should send money to individuals who know how to purchase arms. That is nonsense. It cannot work that way. Ladies and gentlemen, we need AKs for every single fighter on ground zero. But you know where that money should go? That money should go to your local government area or to your county. The challenge is for you to identify your local government area now. Identify your county now. Make your donations. And I want to speak to those local counties administrators. Now remember, every local government or county, they have their military arms. They are merely in charge of what happened, the operations on ground zero. They are responsible for acquisition, fundraising and acquisition of this equipment for these boys. So let somebody not fool you. You got to give money to some leader who have been singing self-defense for over a century and you don't see what they do. Your money right now should go to your local government area or to your county. Your money is not coming to the interim government, please. Your money is going to your local government area, to your county. It will be used to supply sticks in your county. If you give your money, you make your donations, and you do not see your county or local government area supplying those sticks to your boys, quarrel them. You should quarrel them for not making the provision. So please, my challenge is to every Ambazonian. We are launching this operation, one man, one fighter, one stick. Just imagine if our boys were well equipped. We would have taken territories. territories would have fallen. By now, we'll be counting at least 3 or 4 or 5 counties falling under our complete control. But the moment has come. We must take advantage. We must take advantage of what is going on in French Cameroon to quickly fortify our boys for rapid takeover of our territory before they know it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I said before that Paul Biya is a gift that keeps on giving. When Paul Biya refused to give up the elections, some people thought, oh, Kamto would have come in. Kamto was better. If Kamto came in, he would just have. Let me tell you, that's a lie. That's a big lie. If Kamto took over that place, we will be under tremendous pressure to go and negotiate. And of course, Kamto had stated before his elections, secession, never, never. But right now, he is fighting to take over what belongs to him. If we think that we can wait for him to fight and take over, then we go and negotiate with him, we are making a mistake. Why Kamto takes over French Cameroon, we must take over at the same time, at the same moment, simultaneously, we must take over Ambazonia. That is the strategy. While he takes over French Cameroon, we must take over Ambazonia. Nothing more, nothing less. But for us to do that, this is the moment where we launch this operation, one man, one AK, one man, one stick. I am appealing to you, Ambazonians. I am very much emotional about this, passionate about this thing, because our people have been slaughtered. Our people have been killed. They continue to kill them. How long will we wait for them to kill all of them? This is the moment. This is the moment. Don't say you have given too much already. I hear some people say, I am tired. I am discouraged. You cannot be discouraged. God is leading us in this struggle. The progress we have already made, no country made it in 2 years as we have, got where we have gotten in 2 years. No country that I know. Some make it for 30 years, 20 years, 15 years. When we've gotten to the point, we have taken Ambazonia to the international map, to international conferences, to the United Nations, to the House of Lords, the House of Commons, the United States Senate and Congress. We've taken it to the European Union. We've taken it to the Canadian Parliament, to the German Parliament. Everywhere Ambazonia is in the limelight. That is a feat that we has achieved within 2 years. We cannot allow this to slide over. This is the moment. And the good thing is that, ladies and gentlemen, God has been fighting for us. We see every move that French Cameroon takes, it just keeps on giving. It just keeps on giving. The only thing that will fail us is us. The only thing that will fail us is us. There are people that hate this struggle. They hate this interim government, and you hear them say that, oh, I stand for Ambazonia. I don't stand for any organization. Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear those pacifists say they don't support your interim government, tell them they don't belong to this revolution. Anybody who says he supports the revolution but does not support the interim government, if the interim government were not here, who will be doing what has been done today? Who will be doing it? We have all these other groups around. They make all the noise that we hear. What have they done? Can they print us a balance sheet of their program, of what they have done, of their achievements? When activists come on the social media and say, I don't support the interim government, or I don't stand with the interim government, that is nonsense. They are anti-revolutionary. You don't have to support the IG to support the revolution. I'm sorry. You don't have to You don't have to be a member of the IG to support the revolution. Let me speak to these activists right now. Before I got where I am now, sitting on this chair, I was an activist. I was doing exactly what you guys do. But I supported the governing council. I supported SCACUF. Were there other groups around? Of course, yes. There were other groups. But I didn't shy away from the fact that SCACUF or the governing council was the face of the struggle. You can support the interim government but still speak truth to the interim government. Stop saying that you don't support or you are not a fan or you are not a member of the interim government. It is naivety in the first order. So please, it is time that every activist, let us speak like knowledgeable people with common sense. When you go out and say, I'm not necessarily a fan or a member or a supporter, an advocate or surrogate for the interim government, you are essentially saying that you are not behind this revolution. There is only one face to this revolution. It is the interim government. Whether you like it or not, that is the fact. And we must realize that. Until the interim government fails you, until the interim government lets you down, ladies and gentlemen, let's stand behind the interim government and do what is right. We are sacrificing and doing our best in this place because we know we have to do it. We have no other choice. There is no other government that we have in place that will take us to Buea other than the interim government. So ladies and gentlemen, every activist out there, I appreciate what you do. I really do. I really do. But please watch out what you say. The things that you say sometimes do not promote this revolution. They just take us backward. And I don't shy saying these things because these are derailing. Sometimes what you say derail us. And activists come online and say the interim government must be restructured. I don't know whether they understand what the word restructure means. They just run with words. They say things before they go out and verify. I was an activist, and everybody knows, those of you listening to me, I was very fair. Go back and listen to me. Tons of videos on YouTube. I was very, very fair. I stood on the side. When this government started with a conclave in Zaria, everybody who went there objected, opposed the government. I said what? I came out as an activist, even as a cabinet member. I said, well, what went wrong there? I called everything out. But you know what? I still maintain that it was the government of the people. I thought we can take it and we can fix it. I want every activist out there, please, please, there is only one government here. We must build that government. We must build that government and take that government to Buea. And do not be mistaken. Listen, Sako may not take this government to Buea. Sisiko may not take this government to Buea. None of us in the cabinet here may take this government to Buea. Maybe a whole different generation. So please, let us stop the grandstanding promoting division where there should be no division. Activists should be preaching that everybody should toe the line. When we get to Buea, you can form your political parties and do all the activism and the politicking that you want. But for now, our people are dying. Our people are dying. We need to focus. We need to focus. Gather people. Rally every Ambazonian. At the county and the local government levels, let us raise the required funds to buy the guns, the bullets, everything that we need to support our people on the ground. Let's stop wailing when 2 people are killed. Let's stop wailing when 5 people, 10 people are killed. Don't cry. If you do nothing, you should not cry. If you do nothing, you should not weep. This is the moment you look for your county, look for your local government area, put in your donation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very passionate about this. The money going into the local government areas and the county areas, again, no dime. A dime does not go to the central government, to the IG. Absolutely not. So, I want us from today to begin to hold the local governments and the county governments accountable. If within 1 month from today, we don't see those damn guns replaced in the hands of those boys. Again, the local governments and the county governments were created for this purpose. Let's begin to hold them accountable. If within 1 month, 2 months, those damn guns do not change, they should not exist. Yes, they should not exist. Just like some groups should not exist today. Some groups that have been talking about self-defense for years. Up to today, they are still talking about self-defense. But we don't see what they are doing. If a group is created for one purpose and for 2 or 3 years, we don't see what they are doing, and they have raised all the money, they should liquidate. Absolutely, they should liquidate. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my passionate plea to you. This is the day. This is the moment. If you really care about our boys who are being slaughtered all over the place on a daily basis, this is the moment we provide them with what they need. Don't ask, what is the IG doing? Ask yourself, what have you done? I realize that most people are saying, what happened to my trip to Boya? What happened to that fundraising? Don't give to the IG. These people who say these things have never, ever given a dime to this struggle. And all they do is try to set confusion, set division. Please, this is the moment. If we must get to Boya, to close our ears and cover our eyes from those detractors, take them off, take them off, take them off. Your mailing list, your Facebook page, your forums, and also don't forget those groups that have been banned. Again, no dime should go to those groups. Fund your local governments and your counties. That is the way to go. That is the way to go. I'm going to end here. I will take maybe 1 or 2 questions for the people that call first. So right now, I give you the number. I will take again a few questions and answer them. I give you the number 603-682-2687. Again, the number is 603-682-2687. That is the number that you should call if you have a question to ask on any of this subject that I have discussed. But comrades, I am very much passionate about funding our counties, about funding our local government. We are talking, I hear people talking about unity, unity, unity. If we cannot unite behind our local governments, if we cannot unite behind our counties, what is going to unite us? What indeed is going to unite us at the center? All right. I want to take this call, this first call. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You are live. Can you ask your question?
Okay, yeah, Chris. Thank you, Chris. How you doing? This is Don D. Hello.
Hello, I can get you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so this is Don D.
I hear you, sir. Go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, my question is this. Is there any way we can create a forum where we can discuss our strategies without coming on Facebook? Because when we discuss our strategies on Facebook, I think La Republic is getting information from us.
Okay, all right. Hold on there. A very, very interesting question. He says, is there any way where we can discuss our strategy without coming on Facebook? Of course. Where do you do that, sir? Is you locate your county or local government forum, get into that county, get into your local government forum where you can discuss strategy. The things that I come here and say are generalized stuff. I'm trying to appeal, make an appeal to every ambassador. I'm not giving out strategy. I'm giving out information that can motivate us to do something. But for strategy, locate your local government or locate your county forums, and you can begin from there. So thank you for the call. I'd like to take other calls.
All right, you have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Again, the number is 603-682-2687. 603-682-2687. So go ahead, give a call if you have a question. I will take again. Ambassadorians, I am very, very passionate about we funding our boys. They are putting their lives on the line. And we cannot sit in the diaspora and expect that they all die before we give them our money, before we provide them what they need to prosecute this war. The challenge is yours. Please locate your local government area. Locate your local government forums. Register and pay your dues. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, you are live, sir.
All right. Good day, Mr. Cristiano. Nice show there. I have a question about, since I'm Ambazonian and I supported my trip to Buea from the beginning, and I support all Ambazonian people. I have the question about the ban.
Okay.
How is this enforced, and how do I, who is an Ambazonian person, a neutral person, supposed to do in a situation where some of sons of the soil are considered banned? What does that really mean?
I don't understand you when I don't understand the second part of your question. What do you do when sons of the soil are what?
Are banned from the revolution, because we also have fighters who were also part of the group, which you say.
No, let me answer your second question. No son of the soil, no Ambazonian, not a single one has been banned from fighting. Groups were banned, sir, which means appellations. Now, what we did at that banning, if you recall, we said, if you belong to any of the banned groups, you are more than welcome to identify other local groups, join them. If you want to fight for Ambazonia, nobody is banned from fighting for Ambazonia. But locate in your community other legitimate groups who are doing a good job, who are not kidnapping people, who are not targeting our own people, who are not extorting from people. Locate those groups, legitimate groups, and join them. No one person was banned. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense, but it's not in every place that every other group is present.
Well, that is very true. It's not in every place. It's not in every place, but you will realize that where those groups are not there, there are other groups there doing essentially the job. Now, let me. Your first question had to do with. Can you remind me, please? Hello.
That how is a son of a soil supposed to do when he says that where he has been fighting for long has been banned, kind of?
No. Again, what you don't understand is that we did not ban anybody from fighting anywhere. For example, if you belong to one of the banned groups, say in Mezam, that does not mean you have to leave Mezam and go to Fako or go to Momo. No, you can still remain in Mezam, locate the legitimate groups, especially the ASC groups. You can locate those groups and still fight within those groups. We're not asking people from Libialem to move to Libialem. We're not asking people from Momo to move to Momo or people from Fako to move to Fako. Absolutely not, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm hoping these people will not be targets. That's all I'm hoping.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But if they remain constituted in the groups that have been banned, which have caused and continue to cause a lot of trouble on the ground, it's not going to go well. That ban remains in force. Thank you. All right. I will take maybe one more question and I will get out of here. All right. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Thanks for calling.
I want to speak to you, Secretary Chris.
Thank you for calling, sir. Can you go ahead and ask the question? Hello? Hello? Yes, go ahead and ask the question, sir.
Yes, can you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think... hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, good to speak to you.
Yes, sir, go ahead and ask the question.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and ask the question, sir. All right, I can't get that call. I can't take that call. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. Again, you heard me today. Let us launch this operation. And every one of us, locate your local government area. Locate your local government area, and let's make sure every one of our boys has one AK. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Or good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chris. This is Aglo.
Okay.
Please, I want to ask, I want to confirm which groups has been banned.
Well, you will need to go back to my last broadcast. I don't want to go back to that now, but maybe if you go back to my broadcast about 3 weeks ago, you will find that out. And perhaps if you are watching this broadcast, you will also see some of those names on the screen. But I don't want to go back to that. They know themselves.
Okay, no problem. I just wanted to be clear and for a person to be clear. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure coming into your homes today. I can no longer take any question at this moment. I think I had enough time here. I want to wish you all the best. I will be back here sometimes, probably before the week is over. Until then, remain blessed.